Restrictor plates at Indy and Michigan? Come on, guys, haven't we tried this before? How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. Happy Friday. What better way to wrap up a busy week of NASCAR news than by taking a look at some picture-perfect brand new paint schemes? God knows, after yesterday's depressing SRX news, I need something to lift my spirits. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Stewart-Haas Racing just announced a Cole Custer Andy's Frozen Custard partnership. Cole Custard is actually happening. Great looking paint scheme here. Also a great look at the new Mustang Dark Horse on an Xfinity series body. Gonna take some getting used to. Doesn't have the same, flared front fenders like the Cup Series version. Great looking paint scheme and a fitting partnership. If Cole Custer can get a custard sponsorship, then Josh Berry should get an orange juice sponsorship. Berry, oranges, so close. I should probably Google just to be sure. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Always one of my favorite paint schemes every year. Yes, it's basically the same one that Kevin Harvick and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have raced in recent years, but it's still one of my favorites. Good to see Sunny D sticking around. They'll sponsor Josh Berry in the Clash and the Daytona 500, so that's a pretty big deal. Hope to see these pretty colors up front. You know what? While we're here, it's time for one of my favorite annual traditions, the annual DeWalt paint scheme reveal. Hey, looks okay. Looks about the same as Christopher Bell's 2023 DeWalt primary scheme. I like that they have the schedule here. 13 races. The black and yellow will be represented. And it actually looks okay, I think, on the new Camry front end. I don't know. It's actually working okay for me. Ooh, video idea. Eric puts every DeWalt paint scheme since at least the year 2000 in a tier list. This one would probably fit somewhere into B or C tier, but keep in mind there are very few DeWalt schemes that have been bad. Between the Andy's Frozen Custard, Sunny D, and DeWalt paint schemes, let me know down in the comment section below which was your favorite reveal of the day. But now let's get to some actual NASCAR news. An image from the NASCAR rulebook has been making the rounds on social media the past 24 hours. I've seen at least one reporter confirm its authenticity, but it shows off the various rules packages the Xfinity series will utilize in 2024. And what many have pointed out is that the return to the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Oval, as well as the Michigan race, both have super speedway engine packages listed. The aero package will still be fit for intermediate tracks. Basically, they're going to run the Atlanta rules package at Indianapolis and Michigan. Small spoiler, but they're going to put a massive restrictor plate on these engines, choke the power. Atlanta Motor Speedway has raced like a super speedway the past 2 seasons. It's clear NASCAR is hoping to achieve a similar effect at the Brickyard, and especially Michigan. This won't be the first time the Xfinity Series has run restrictor plates at these 2 tracks. Go back to 2018. Horsepower was greatly reduced at both Indianapolis and Michigan, but the difference back then, and you can see it in some of these clips, they still ran larger rear spoilers with the bunny ears, the Mickey ears, the dog, whatever you want to call them. And if I recall, they still had special aero ducts and things to help with airflow. Like the whole package from both the engine to the aero had been modified to fit NASCAR's liking. That won't be the case this time around. Again, the aero package will be the same that's run at Kansas or Texas. The main change will be the reduction in horsepower due to the restrictor plate. Again, that's what's run at Atlanta right now. Will we see Atlanta-style pack racing at Michigan or even Indianapolis to a degree? Not sure, but NASCAR's making this change anyways, it appears. The question I'm asking right now is, does the Xfinity Series need this change? I'm not going to deny that, 2018 had some great moments. I mean, remember this 4-wide finish just for a stage win? If NASCAR's trying to bring some of that action back, I guess I can't blame them. But at the same time, week after week, fans rave about the current Xfinity Series car and Xfinity Series rules package. Look on social media, you'll see folks calling it the quintessential stock car racing platform. The complete package, the best thing NASCAR currently has to offer. Why change that? Why risk it? Do we need 2 more drafting, borderline super speedway style races? My answer is no. This rule change is 5 years too late. Go back to 2017, 2018, they were dabbling with restrictor plates in the Xfinity Series at non-super speedway tracks. In the Cup Series, remember 2018, the All-Star race, they ran restrictor plates at Charlotte. And then from 2019 to 2021, NASCAR choked the horsepower down at all intermediates to 550 for the Cup Series. 2021 was 3 years ago. We've moved on. The times have changed. The 2018 All-Star race was kind of fun, and the 550 horsepower package had some great moments. The 2018 Xfinity Series race at Michigan and Indianapolis had some great moments. But we've moved on since then as a stock car racing culture. For the most part, we've all agreed that flat out, full throttle, aero racing is not the correct platform for NASCAR to build on. It's a part of NASCAR, no doubt. Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta now, some of the most popular tracks on the circuit. It has its place. It's not something that needs to be shoehorned in everywhere else. It's just 2 days in a row with this kind of stuff. They're bringing stage cautions back to the road courses. On one hand, I get it. Keep the field closer together, more continuity between road course races and the other ovals. But at the same time, I think NASCAR shouldn't be afraid to lean into the different style of racing that each track and each car produces. Road course races should look different than super speedways, more strategy, more technical. Intermediate races should look different than short tracks. Intermediate should look different than super speedways. We don't need to blur the lines and blend all these different venues together. We don't need to turn Indianapolis, which is its own thing, into baby Daytona. We don't need to create super speedway pack style racing at Michigan. Remember when they were going 210 into the corner? That was thrilling. Not going to get that as long as there's restrictor plates on these cars. We've all championed the diversity of NASCAR's schedule the past few years, all the different styles of ovals, dirt, street racing, coliseum. Lean into that diversity. Promote the differences between each track. I don't want to watch the same race every single week. I'm certainly curious to watch the Xfinity cars at Indy and Michigan this year, but this rules decision just feels like 5 years too late. I feel like we've moved on from this kind of experiment. That's just my quick take, but it's hard not to be hypocritical because if we see 4-wide racing for a stage win this summer, I'm going to get out of my seat and cheer. It really is just like stuffing your face with a giant slab of chocolate cake. In the moment, you're loving it. You're not thinking about anything else. Your senses are overstimulated, but hours later, once your brain has caught up with your taste buds, you realize that, hey, maybe that was a mistake. Let me know your reaction down in the comment section below. I am looking forward to seeing the Xfinity Series back at the Brickyard this year and the Cup Series, like the oval, the rectangle layout. And one plus side to this is that now maybe the Xfinity and Cup races will look noticeably different with very different engine packages. I'm trying to find a positive here. I've been negative plenty this week, so I'm trying to end this week on a bright note. Well, which means I probably shouldn't have saved this story for last. But Kyle Larson's dirt double attempt has been cut short. I'll admit, I was excited to see if Kyle Larson could pull it off tomorrow night, but now we know that Larson will not return to the Chili Bowl this year. Larson flipped twice last night in Tulsa. He did win the C main to get into the B main. He finished second there, got to the A main. He had to start deep in the field, worked his way up to mid-pack before flipping once again, ending his Chili Bowl Nationals effort. Larson has already committed to racing the Wild West Shootout in New Mexico, a dirt late model event on Saturday. So with where he'd line up in the alphabet soup, so to speak, it's not physically possible for him to do both. Like his schedule now effectively conflicts. So kind of a shame. I like seeing great drivers do great things. I think it would have been a heck of a story if Kyle Larson had managed to pull off the double and produce great results in each, but it was a tall order. It was going to be a massive feat, and unfortunately, things didn't go Kyle Larson's way yesterday. Larson took ownership, though. He talked to reporter Matt Weaver afterwards and said that all of his issues yesterday were self-inflicted. He also said he lacked comfort behind the wheel, which was likely due to the lack of seat time. Typically, when he does the Chili Bowl, he's there all week. Instead, this year, he showed up yesterday and almost immediately was thrown into the soup. It's a bummer he didn't make it further, but if you're a NASCAR fan looking for some sort of Chili Bowl NASCAR connection, there's a ton of NASCAR drivers still racing this week and this weekend. In fact, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., following in Larson's footsteps, was a late addition. I believe he races tonight for Keith Kuntz as well to try and qualify qualify for Saturday. So good luck to Stenhouse. He has not won the Chili Bowl before. I think he has a few top 10 finishes in the main event. So good luck to Tricky Ricky. That is going to do it for this episode, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a busy week. Lots to talk about every single day. Be sure to go back the past few episodes, catch up on anything you may have missed. I will see you all again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. I will catch up with you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your week, folks. Take it easy, y'all.